Ooh, that one was good.
That was real
I
good.
liked that one. Well, welcome to episode 2 of our reaction show, talking about the newest episode, the second episode of the new series of X-Files called Founders Mutation. I'm Sean Stewart, the new face of the group, but we got a couple of the ladies of Trust No One But Us.
A couple of who are the other ladies? Do you have another show on the side that you're
called
producing?
Trust No One But Us.
But the other girls.
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
It's an X-File.
Hey there, Rachel, down there.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's awesome. Awesome.
This episode's pretty awesome,
oh my
right?
God, I'm so psyched. Yeah.
Well, I want to know, when you were watching X-Files, do you have a favorite X-Files snack that you like to eat while watching X-Files?
No, I have a rule. Nobody eats, nobody talks, nobody moves. Yeah.
Oh,
no
it's true.
snacking. No
That's
snacking.
actually very true. She wouldn't let me
no.
Instagram until the commercial came up.
Oh yeah,
and
no, I'm a Nazi when it comes to watching X-Files.
we didn't have to put them in a basket or anything, but
Didn't one of your friends almost eat a piece of popcorn? And your other friend was like, don't do it.
No popcorn, no eating. Yeah, that actually made me laugh.
If you come watch X-Files with Rachel, any episode, doesn't matter if it's a new season or what, no popcorn.
Like do the alien bounty hunter. She basically wants you to have your mouth sewn shut.
Yeah.
So
That's disgusting. All right, Elise, over here on my left. How's it going?
hello. Tingly.
I also want to know, you're a pretty big fan of X-Files. I think
I'm a
there's-
pretty big fan of X-Files. That's like the understatement
I know.
of my life.
It's a little bit of an
She's
understatement.
a pretty big fan.
But was there ever a time that you imposed that fandom on somebody?
Every day. Yeah, no.
I'm kidding.
I remember in middle school, one of my best friends, David Hall, if you're out there watching, hello. He was already a fan, so this isn't quite imposing, but like the levels, the depth, the craziness of my fandom, I sort of imposed in the sense that I had these 2 FBI badges, Mulder and Scully, and I would wear Scully every day to school, and I would make him wear Mulder.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
I had
no.
my short red hair, and he had a trench coat.
Oh, you the coolest kids on campus,
Oh,
weren't
no.
you?
I bet.
But you know what? They weren't judged. I don't know. People were cool. They were accepting. X-Files was popular.
It wasn't dorky like people make it out to be. Like it was a cool show to like. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my binder with David. He was like mostly nude with like a teacup over his crotch, which is really inappropriate for like a 12-year-old. Like I'm surprised my mom let me go to school with that.
Yeah, I think you would have gotten like your card changed from green to yellow if you brought that one, that Trapper Keeper to school.
Yeah, but
Keeper. Wow.
gosh,
Yeah, we're dating ourselves here. Well, episode 2 Founders Mutation. This one wasn't as like dark, wasn't as gritty necessarily as like the first episode.
I think it was dark and gritty in a different way.
Yeah.
It was graphic.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, way more than the old episodes.
Was
were.
there any moments that like kept you guys on the edge of your seat?
I mean, there were moments that I had to like almost shut my eyes. And
you're
I
not
have, like,
squeamish.
No, I have like a stomach of steel. Like, but when his eyes in the end were like bloody and I was like, and Mulder said that too. It's an image I can't unsee.
Yep. Well, and even just like right there in the beginning, that
The
intro.
ear?
Where the guy he's hearing stuff and then to get it out of his head.
Oh, that noise was awful.
Oh, it was the worst.
Yeah.
And we were watching it in surround sound. So if you watched it in surround sound, you probably were as in pain. But even some of the friends we were watching it with
we
were like,
wincing. Yeah.
this is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
their
definitely up to speed with like TV's different now. The show was always creepy and scary, and there were some gross moments. We talked about them in one of our other episodes, the top 10 scariest episodes. But this is a different. It's more edgy. It seems like an understatement. It's more. It's just kind of how TV is today. You can push the envelope further.
Yeah.
You didn't used to be able to.
Exactly.
I think censorship standards have changed, and you can get away with more because of the content that's on TV these days.
Yeah.
So. But they don't overdo it. I thought it was
perfectly
gross.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like want to throw up or anything.
No.
I just had moments where I was like, oh God, is it going to continue? Yeah.
I liked when Scully was doing the autopsy. And then she discovers what's on his hand.
Yeah.
And then when she calls Mulder and then gets him to come in, and then his head is just like wide open.
Yeah.
It's just like
and
brain
like his
is
fingers
just
are broken off.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So it keeps you pretty edgy. But I think it was pretty true to the original story, original show.
I think it was such a updated but classic version of like the old like creepy children episodes, like Eve and Born Again and Kalushari, like those with the creepy kids, Chinga, so many of them. Like that's one of the things that X-Files always did best, and they brought that back in such a perfect way. That even that little girl in the pool, who, wasn't even doing anything
totally
creepy.
Normal.
I was like, oh my god, she's so creepy.
She was creepy.
Yeah.
And I think this episode was a cool blend of Monster of the Week and mythology, which
Definitely
wasn't common. It usually was one of the two.
That was a surprise for me. I thought it was not going to be like that at all.
Well, they tied it in perfectly, subtly. It made sense. It didn't seem forced to the references to the overarching conspiracy that they just introduced to us. And it was still a singular story.
Right. It had a beginning, middle, and end, but they brought up, bringing up William really surprised me. I thought they were not going to do that until the last episode.
Did you think that was too early?
No, not at all. No, because I think that I was worried that, like in the second movie, they were going to bring him up quick and then it was going to be done, and that's all we were going to hear about him. And to me, that's one of the biggest mysteries left over from the show, is what happened to William? Are they ever going to find him? What did he become? And this episode addressed so much of that and their fears and their, visions. And it gives me hope that they will address it even more in the last episode, and maybe they'll actually start to search for him.
Well, predictions right here, right now, episode 2. Elise, what do you think? Is William going to be brought back as part of the show?
I feel like just because there is the potential for more episodes after this, the X-Files isn't known for closing storylines, right? Unless they know there's an end in sight,
right?
And so
even then they don't.
Yeah. So I think it's very likely they will continue to explore William, but not necessarily bring closure to William.
Yeah.
Well, and they kind of did that in this episode in kind of a reverse way with Mulder's suddenly back at the FBI.
Both of them are suddenly back.
Scully just leaves her job, and we never hear, the repercussions of that or how that was handled. And Mulder, I mean, I guess they kind of addressed it in the movie that he's okay to be addressed or go into the FBI building now, even though when the show ended, he was being hunted down basically and possibly going to be arrested.
He wrote a nice letter.
Yeah, right.
Saying sorry.
He wrote an apology. But I thought it was an interesting choice to just have them suddenly back and not see the process of that. I understand why they did it for, you only have 6 episodes. What do you really need to show? Right. And we, I know we felt like we just wanted them back in the FBI. We wanted them to be agents Mulder and Scully investigating cases, because that's how we love them. And I was, it didn't bother me that it happened so fast, but I did kind of, think about it a little bit oh, hey, that was really easy.
I think they just didn't want to spend more time on exposition. You can connect the dots yourself. At the end of the first episode, they get the text from Skinner, emergency.
And then Cigarette Smoking Man, which we didn't talk about actually before.
Man,
we saw Cigarette Smoking Man, and that scene, I have to say, I know it's about the first episode, but that scene was a total callback to the first movie where he comes with the postcard or the telegram that says that the X-Files have been reopened. We've seen that exact scene, almost before. Right. And that I really like that callback. That was fun.
Oh yeah, anytime they reference their original run, I think it's a nice throw. And fans.
To that effect too, this episode had such a classic scene with in Skinner's office.
Oh yeah.
It was straight out of the old show. I mean, the way that they shot it,
was
the lines,
the over the shoulder, and even the lighting, just coming from that one window, just how soft it was, how it graced their faces.
Yeah.
That really reminded me of a lot of those episodes.
Yeah, it was the first scene where I felt like I was really back in the old show. It was so classic, and it made me so happy.
The looks Mulder and Scully give to each other, the sideways glances, and then Skinner
that line,
paying lip service to the guy above him, pretending to be a hard ass and telling him whatever, case is closed. And then when he leaves, what is he like?
The door closed.
Photocopies.
Yeah, you made photocopies, right?
So perfect.
I managed a few.
I loved it. Mulder was so funny in this episode. Yeah. I mean, I know he always is, but his little quips and one-liners were back on point.
And they were so current. All the references, Obamacare, Snowden. Yeah. I thought that was funny. And we watched with a couple other people that were more casual fans, and there were laughs going around the room.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I guess talking about the updatedness, I kind of liked it and I kind of didn't. It kind of felt a little forced though that Scully had that one line about it's now 2016. I think they were in the hospital and they walked in. She was just like really like solidifying that. By the way, it's
Time
2016.
Yeah,
right?
we're current now.
Well, she had to say that to explain why her therapist has now become a nun,
right?
Who she forgot.
Karen Kosif, I think that's how you pronounced her name. Yeah, from early seasons, like season 4? 2 through 4, I think. Yeah. I was struggling for a minute to place her, and I was like, Scully's therapist. Hey, she's back.
And she was the mom.
No, she was the nun.
The nun who contacted the founder.
Right, yeah.
Because she worked at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But X-Files has always reused characters, which is unlike other shows.
Reused actors.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
as different
characters. Speaking of characters, I would just like to point out that every girl in that episode pretty much was pale, blue-eyed, and brunette. So, hi, actor, X-Files casting. Think of me next time, thanks.
Don't think of me. No blondes in the show.
Her too, yeah.
Wait, I could have played that girl that walked behind them and didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She wasn't blonde, but
what was her name? Katie.
Not talking girl?
Yeah, she was
bitchy look girl.
She had a name?
Busty Brunette, I think was the character.
Probably.
Okay, well maybe I couldn't have played her, but whatever.
We could have made it work.
I'm an actor too.
Kind of rewinding a little bit, talking about Skinner again. Mm-hmm. How great does he look?
Oh, he looks great.
Unchanged.
He hasn't aged at all.
Yeah, he's one of the best aging men I've seen. Like he has a little white in his beard, and other than that, he pretty much looks exactly.
But I feel like they had to do that. I feel like they had to give him that gray, and I don't.
Yeah, so
I don't
that
know.
He doesn't look like an alien.
An alien.
Oh,
like
an alien. Yeah, exactly. Like the alien bounty hunter who's looked that way through decades and decades. Yeah.
I do love that in the credits they're exactly the same, except for
Skinner,
Mitch is now in the credits, and I think that's awesome because. Man, well, we did a whole episode about Skinner. We love Skinner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we love Skinner.
So,
you just like him in his underwear.
That too.
What?
I also have to say that I loved, aside from the Skinner scene, which that was so classic, and then led right into us seeing The Office again. And we were watching with some, more modern fans that hadn't watched the whole show. And Elise and I both just had this moment where we're like, oh, it's back. Oh my God. Like we had a definitely visibly emotional moment at that. That was really, really nice to see.
There might have been a tear.
Not till later on.
Oh, I had some earlier.
Oh, okay. You had some earlier.
Could you see that far across the room in the dark?
It was a little dark.
I was like,
you could sense it. I didn't know you were doing that early.
No, the whole episode was like eating my heart in a good way.
There was some pretty kind of emotional. You know where I'm going with this, Mulder Scully shippy moments that were going
that one
on.
Scene, especially that line. Mm-hmm.
Well, so let's not just do this. Let's play with this a little bit. I think that Elise, you should be Mulder.
Great.
And Rachel, you get to be Scully.
Okay.
So we're going for the Mulder and Scully shippy scene.
All right.
You know what it is?
We've only seen this episode once, so forgive us.
This is our interpretation of this scene. All right.
Okay.
And action.
Mulder, I'm not a little girl anymore. You can tell me what you've thought since the beginning. You don't have to hide it from me. You think that this is what happened to me, is what's happening to all these other girls.
Scully, there's no way I think that.
But you totally do.
I might think it, but I just love you so much.
Yeah, that's what happened. Do you think this is what happened to William? That I was just a carrier.
Oh, you're not just anything to me ever. I'm doing so bad, but I don't know
line.
What the heck he said other than that one line.
I know that line.
That's literally all he said that matters.
You're never just anything.
Yeah, you're never just
Scully.
anything to me, Scully.
And we both.
and scene. Mm-hmm. All right, let us know what you rate that 1 to 10.
No,
don't rate it.
I'm gonna give that a 7.
That was.
I think that's pretty
Rachel
good.
did way better.
That's fair.
Well, Scully had a lot more lines, I think.
Yeah.
Very, very good job, ladies.
Also, Scully drove this whole episode.
She did drive the car.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
because
her little feet reached the pedals.
Exactly. I was just going to say, we all remember Syzygy.
It's 2016, and this was full of Ford commercial through the entire thing.
Yeah.
So, Ford with the pedal assist and the automatic parking. She didn't hit anybody, which was good.
She almost hit somebody, though.
That's true.
That's true. The guy.
That's true, Is that a comment to women drivers? I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe I was going there. Maybe I wasn't.
Watch it.
And that guy, he was he played. They kept saying he was a simple character.
Right.
He was just
his
simple.
mom was saying that, or his fake mom.
Yeah, his dog.
But he turned out to be kind of a badass. He had these powers, and then sister came in and revved up his
Pale
power.
brunette sister.
Yeah.
All right, you'll get your 15 minutes.
It's all good.
But what do you think about them? I mean, do you think they're coming back? Do you think they're going to be?
No, I think
No.
they just stood alone to forward the
Yeah, X-Files rarely
story.
brings people from Monster of the Week
like
episodes
twice.
back.
It's Squeeze and Pusher, right?
And Orson.
And Orson.
Faster.
Yeah.
I think we've seen the end of them, but I think that they were super interesting storyline.
Yeah.
And different. I mean, considering, X-Files has done 202 episodes, they're still coming up with new ideas for these scary Monster of the Week episodes.
Right.
And that was like so refreshing to me to see. Yeah.
I do think they're going to bring back the closet guy.
Oh my God.
Just for giggles.
Okay.
That scene was amazing. Oh my goodness.
So
that was
caught off guard.
so unexpected. We all gasped when Mulder gets in the closet and
I
the guy
kind
starts
of
unzipping.
saw where it was coming.
We did
Did
not
you?
see it
I
coming.
didn't.
No, because we were all like, oh.
Informant, like you're gonna go talk in the
Yeah,
alley, like in
yeah.
the movie when he pees on the poster in the first movie.
He says,
God, that was
he says,
funny.
"Oh, I thought you said you wanted to talk," and then
Yeah.
he points to Mulder's
Yeah.
fly, and then he's like,
the truth is in here.
and he's like, "What have I heard that a few times before?"
That was
Classic.
amazing.
Well, to end on an up note, with Mulder almost getting some action from a man, I think that wraps it up for this episode. Rachel,
Yeah.
what do you want to ask the fans?
I would love to know if you liked the first episode or the second episode better. What was your preference?
And why? Right?
And why? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to go with. I'll tell you in the comments below.
Oh,
All right.
Holding out.
Yeah, I know. It was I'm holding out for
Okay.
everybody. Elise, what do you
Yeah.
want to have them tell you?
I want to know between the two visions, Mulder and Scully both had visions of their son, and they were like, which one did you prefer and why? Did either one affect you more deeply? Did you have an emotional reaction?
Did anyone
to both
give
of
you
them?
the feels?
Right.
I can't say that.
The
I'm too
hashtag
old to say
feels.
that.
Just
Okay.
side note,
Did
we-
it give you the feels?
We
Fine.
got the feels.
I
Oh
got
my
serious
goodness.
feels.
We cried a little
We
bit at the
both were
Mulder.
crying.
The Mulder's
Our other X-Files fan friend was like
thought we were
mocking
ridiculous,
us.
but it was that really, I don't know, that touched something.
Yeah. I
so-
told you, it ate my heart. This
I know.
episode literally like ate a piece of my heart.
Did it eat
I
your
loved
heart?
it. Did it eat your
Let
heart?
us know.
Yeah.
You can let us know in the comments below, or make sure to hit us up over at our Facebook group. That's the place to connect with all of us, as well as connect with each other. You can do that really easily. Post pictures of yourself, or just talk about the most recent episode, which episode 3 comes out.
Mulder and Scully meet the were monster.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
Next Monday night.
Next Monday, 8 p.m.
Yep. On Fox.
On Fox.
on Fox. All right, we'll see you after that one.
Okay.
Right back here on Trust No One But Us. Bye.
Bye.
Some of you might remember us from back in the day from the X-Files community, and a lot of you I'm sure don't, and we might have some new people here that haven't watched the show before.
Right, and should start watching when it comes back on January 24th.
Absolutely. And we will get a countdown for that.
We will,
Yes.
yes.
That will be in future episodes. But